All right, we're gonna finish this. It's over, baby. Let's go. And I was best player. Let's go. uh, 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 uh. Woo. Let's go. Carry the team. Let's fucking go. I just spent the last 3.5 hours or so playing the Dissidia Duellum Final Fantasy closed beta, and I have a lot to say. If you've never played a Dissidia game, and there's been a number of them on like the PlayStation handhelds and even on arcade machines and PS4 and PC, it's a mix of all of the Final Fantasy characters from different games going head to head in battle, and it's usually an arena fighter. These releases have a very cult-like following, and honestly, I was a part of that cult for a little bit. Dissidia NT, which was the one on PS4, that was not a very popular game at all, but I fell into that crowd in the beginning of my content creation journey, and that game will always have a special place in my heart. But this is the first mobile battler iteration of these games, and I have some thoughts. After pouring 3.5 or so hours kind of messing around in it, I can see how the gameplay loop will shape up, and there will definitely be some competitive aspects to the game that will give it a bit of a longer lifespan, but I fear that there's openings for pay to win, or at least pay to advance, and that stuff is going to be very prevalent in the game. I'm going to lightly touch on everything I found in my limited time, and of course thank you Square Enix for reaching out to us and including us in the closed beta. By the way, I'm Solace, this is Solace and Dread. We produce nuanced discussions on games. If that's your thing, consider subscribing and hit the like button to let YouTube know it too. Let's start with the positives, or the solace. The combat is fun. I immediately took to it. It's relatively simple, at least for a Dissidia game. It's player versus enemy, and it's an arena fighter like always. And it's relatively straightforward. You fight mobs, purify crystals, and kill the enemy players. Those things give you bravery points. Once you hit max bravery, you can use that to kill the boss. The first team to deal a certain amount of damage to the boss wins. That's it. So to say it even simpler, kill monsters or players for points, then use the points to kill the boss before the other team does. Very simple. And in my gameplay, there was virtually no lag. The game runs great. It looks great on my Pixel 9 Pro XL. It runs at 60 frames per second, and it seems to maintain it even when there's a bunch of spell effects on the screen. But I didn't really run any diagnostics or anything, so I don't know for sure. At the very least, you don't notice any frame dips. And I'm not really feeling much lag in the player matches. It was great for a closed beta, so that's a big win. There's a pretty deep character roster, because you only start with 1 or 2, but you get cards to draw more, and Final Fantasy has a ton of characters to pull from, so you know they're going to be adding more. But many of the fan favorites are there from jump, and each of them seems to have like remixed music featured throughout the game from their respective games, and that's pretty typical for Dissidia. The beta is focused to ranked matches, and you can't really do much else other than, visit the training room, but the battles are pretty quick, and it's engaging, and it's easy to get lost in it. 3 hours went by like nothing, but we're gonna get to the dread. There's something that concerns me, and it's big, and I mentioned it already in the beginning, but it is my concern with the pay to win and pay to advance aspects of the game. And this is prevalent in all free PvP games. You can drop a boatload of cash and beef up your characters and abilities very quickly, and you would outdo the damage of your opponents. There's also a gacha element to it, and I've never been quiet about my feelings on gacha. I am not a fan. I would rather get a character ticket and use that to choose who I unlock, rather than having it luck of the draw. And before I know it, I get fucking Kimari or Van from Final Fantasy 12, and all I want is Noctis or Lulu, right? So you get a draw system also for abilities, And you get a lot of random abilities, and many of them are for characters you don't even have yet. So, and some can be even the same abilities that you've unlocked, but that then you use it to like unlock a level cap for the ability. So, you know, it makes sense. It's not a bad thing if you get repeat elements. But you would have to drop a lot of cash if you wanted to focus on one character and master them, because you'll likely just be getting, you know, abilities for characters you don't even have yet. Also, tied to this game, there's a story, and that's unlocked as you play through it. And, you know, I can tell it's not going to be very strong, and Final Fantasy is built on stories. So when there's a kind of weak story, or a kind of cringe story, I don't know that it's gonna really hold my interest, and I just hope I don't cringe through the whole fucking thing on full release. But the little bits of dialogue and stuff that I got from it, it's not looking good. We'll see. Oh, if I had one other thing that I didn't really love about this game, it's the controls. It doesn't really function well. I mean, that's par for the course with any mobile game or the battler, but it's not easy to turn the camera and, you know, control your character, and you have to do that while there's spells and stuff flying at you from different directions. So that doesn't feel great. Maybe there's a better alternative connecting a controller to it. So maybe that's something I'll try in the future. But, you know, the mobile games don't really control well, and I think we're all used to that. But honestly, I think my negatives and my negative feelings about the game are limited. It's shallow, sure, but that's only because of beta testing. The pay to advance and whaling potential is huge, and that alone would steer me away from competitive play. Aside from that, though, matchmaking was fast. There's no real noticeable lag. It ran great. It looks great. It sounds great, and it's kind of addictive. I know the fandom really wanted like a full console game for this with one-on-one fights, but I think that this is a really good attempt at a mobile version of a Dissidia battler. So, I don't know. I approve. I will be playing this until the end of the first round of closed beta, but I do have other games in my purview, so we'll see. You know, I got Age of Imprisonment right around. I got it laying out around there somewhere. So I'll end this video with some clips of play from the beta. Ooh, I smell my first loss. Girl, what are you doing? Get him! We are murdering the players? Ah, shit. I just died. The boss killed me. Ah, that sucks. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're so far ahead. I need some bravery. Get out of the boss's attack field. Alright, we're gonna finish this. It's over, baby. Let's go. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you soon. And long live the Turtle Kingdom.